What is up, Planeswalkers? Therex6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. And today, I got something in the mail. I ordered this on inked playmats to get a custom playmat with my name and my logo on it. It's so cool. As long as I just threw it on the floor. Shut up. As long as it doesn't make the camera like grainy, I should be using that from now on Dark Souls. So look forward to that. Anyway, do of course head over to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. This includes playmats, but I went to Inked Gaming because I got a custom one. But Flipside does have playmats as well as those sweet, sweet dragon shields that you should totally check out. It's a great deal. It helps support the show. Now, I haven't played Storm in a while, and I wanted to play some damn Storm. But how do I make it different, you might say? Well, I remember seeing a white version that ran heroic reinforcements. And since I'm playing white, might as well throw in the Smothering Tithe Emergency Powers combination into the deck. So I did. This deck technically only has 2 win conditions in the main deck. It has heroic reinforcements, 1, and a single shock. But it's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. You should usually just win. And oftentimes your opponents will just concede when you're comboing out. But how exactly do we get there? So we have 4 opts, because this is a cheap spell that does trigger our amulets and our storms, and it allows us to manipulate the top, draw some cards. Fantastic. 1 shock. It's a win condition. I haven't had an issue with it yet. We have 4 Revitalizes, because we need to make sure we gain life. It's a relatively cheap spell to activate our 2 combo-y cards, and it allows us to draw a card. Very helpful. 2 Blink of an Eyes. 2 blinks of blink, whatever. It just allows us to get a little bit of tempo advantage, and for what it's worth, if we get to this point, we can bounce something and draw to get a little bit more utility out of this. 3 Shimmer of Possibilities. I actually really like this card in this deck, since it does help out getting to your combo pieces. You essentially look at the top 4, choose whichever one you need, and you put it on the bottom. Very often, you'll be playing this on turns 2 or 3, to try and make sure you can hit an Amulet or a Smothering Tithe on 4, and then after that, you are just essentially looking for your 1,000-Year Storm, or some removal potentially, things like that. 3 Deafening Clarions is a part of our removal package. It comes down nice and early, which is very helpful. And if somehow we're not able to win the game off of casting heroic reinforcements, but we are still like low on life, maybe we're playing up against a burn deck or something, then we can Deafening Clarion and gain a little bit of life. But it's not that typical that we're going to do that. Then, of course, we have 2 Cleansing Novas. This allows us to just destroy all creatures. And for some reason, if your opponent is playing more important artifact enchantments than you, then you can blow up their artifact enchantments. 4 Smothering Tithe, 2 Primal Amulet, and 3 1,000-Year Storms are kind of like the backbone of the deck. Smothering Tithe is just a really annoying card that gives you treasure over time. Very, very nice, very helpful. You know what? I'm going to make a quick audible. There we go. So, you know, it provides a large amount of treasure. So I decided to throw Karn in there as an additional win con, because I did feel that 3 was maybe too few. Just kill them with constructs. It's totally fine. We make a ton of treasure using this and things like emergency powers. Very helpful. Primal Amulet, once it flips, it allows us to double up, the instant or sorcery that we cast. Now, some of you might be saying, why aren't you playing Banefire? Essentially because I've played Banefire a lot, and I wanted to look at other avenues of winning. Yeah, so that's pretty much why. Because Banefire does work really well with Primal Wellspring. Then, of course, 1,000-Year Storm. Every time we cast an instant or sorcery spell, you copy it for each other spell you cast this turn. This is going to be a prelude into a deck that I'm going to play when War of the Spark comes out, that I'm hoping is real dope. I feel like my gain is higher than usual. Whatever. Chemister's Insight. We needed to draw more cards. Chemister's Insight helps us draw more cards. That's pretty much it. Heroic Reinforcements, as I said, win condition. Karn helps us draw cards, win condition. Immortal Sun, go away Planeswalkers, and makes our spells cheaper, etc., etc. Very nice. 4 emergency powers. We want to draw a bunch of cards, and this helps. For what it's worth, it also shuffled our graveyard back into our library, which is why having only 2 win conditions is not actually too big of a deal. Because unless they get exiled, which is pretty unlikely, we just get them back. This is the mana base. I did actually recently cut down to 23. 24, I just found I was drawing too many lands, you know? So we cut this down to 23, and this is the distribution I ended up having. Based on the sweet, helpful guide by Mr. Easy Mode, it seems that I need pretty much 14 resources for each color because it's relatively evenly distributed. So I had just, a nice even split with 2 2s and 2s here. And since I didn't have any white 1-drops, I felt that it was okay to drop down to a single plains. So that is why I did that. We will talk, of course, about the sideboard after the games, but let's hop into it. And if I'm unable to actually show the combo off in any capacity, even if I lose the game where I do combo off, I will go into practice mode to just showcase what exactly the deck is meant to be doing. So I hope that is sufficient. Icky the Phoenix. Gross. So we go second, and as long as we're able to hit our land drops on curve, we can get Primal Amulet into a Thousand Year Storm, and that should be very helpful. We do have an Opt, but I don't think I'm going to shock myself for a turn 1 Opt. I don't know if it's worth it, but I do think this hand is keepable. A lot of black sleeves running around. Reasonable. Ooh, this is okay. This is mono red, which means I am actually going to play this island down first, because what I really want to find here is a Deafening Clarion early, right? What's nice is that the mono white deck does lose. The Deafening Clarion does deal with the Rhino or whatever the hell it is. Doesn't deal with the Danto Vanguard, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Alright, I'm going up to see what's on top. Mountain, the fact that we have Shimmer means that if we need to on turn 3, we can just get Amulet. I just want to draw something else. Another option, sure. Chemisters, okay. So here I could Shimmer, or I could play this tapped and just Opt again. And I think I prefer tapped and Opt. Nah, that was probably wrong. I probably should have done this into Shimmer because we dig lower. But I suppose, as of right now, we're not under a ton of pressure, so we can maybe save. I do like that my opponent went ahead and chose this sweet plain style. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of dabblage. Ow. Snubhorn, okay, that's totally fine. That does die to a Clarion. Snubhorn, that does die to Clarion. Do you have another 1-drop? Healer's Hawk. Alright. I would love a Clarion. Not a Clarion. Also not a Clarion. Fun fact, not a Clarion. So we're going to take a decent, let's see, a 2, 4, 6, 8. So my opponent needs to play 2 things next turn. So they have to have a playable top deck, which they probably will. So we have to assume that. So we're going to be taking 3, I believe this is 3 as well, yeah. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. So we are going to be at 1, most likely. So I'm going to Shimmer first. Yeah, I think it was probably a misplay to not Shimmer early on. So we do just take the Clarion here, which is helpful. Play this tapped. And hope that we're not dead. But we're dead enough. Crap. Alright, okay, cool. So because they didn't have a playable, we can still survive against the Danto Vanguard for a little bit. That was the worry, essentially. So I will play this. I'll go ahead and Clarion. Okay, so we have 3 turns right now. Yep, that's fine. In order to find, a blink of an eye or something, just to slow the game down. Or, alternatively, we could just get some Revitalizes. Or, yeah, Revitalize. So we did get exactly Revitalize, which is very helpful. Unfortunately, we threw away all of our lands. So I think here I'm going to Revitalize in the main phase. Or do I want to Shimmer? Shimmer for a land? Yeah, I think that's correct. Shimmer for a land to play tapped. That's not helpful. I guess I'll take the Clarion, though. And I will Revitalize now main phase because I need data land. Thank you. Alright. So we still need to keep drawing live, as it were. But luckily my opponent is not drawing live. So we have enough for Thousand Year Storm. But I don't think that is the correct option. I think the correct option here is to Primal Amulet into Chemister's Insight to draw essentially Revitalize or Blink of an Eye. I'm luckily still alive as long as my opponent doesn't have something hasty or whatever. So I think that sets us up the best. And I guess just to be sure, I'll keep a red open. Yeah, shut up. I think I will Insight now. Why am I dumb? Why did I think I had enough mana to do that? I don't know. Why did I think I had enough mana to do that? Well, luckily we're not dead. But I am dumb. So I just wonder what's in my opponent's hand, right? Like... Sure. Alright, well, this is awkward. Alright, so I'm going to Chemisters. Give me something good. This saves, this, like, works. Yeah, I mean, this literally works as long as my opponent doesn't have a thing. So we're playing the reinforcements defensively, I see. No attacks. 5, 6. So they need 3 things to do whatever, but yep, that's what I figured. They had removal. Darn. Yeah, I shouldn't have played Primal Amulet. I'm just dumb. I should have, you know, drawn. Because digging deep would have been helpful. That was a whoopsie. That was a whoopsie on my part for sure. 100%. Big oof. I am drinking some awesome pink lemonade. Yeah, pink lemonade. I would like to connect to a game, please. Always have to double check that my internet. Thank you very much. Airy? Bruh. Freaking the God Eternals, though? Them God Eternals, though. Hype. This hand is fine. We don't have any white, which is unfortunate, but, you know, we do have Opt, Blink of an Eye. The Opt is really what helps this out. Do I play a island turn 1? I think so. I think it's reasonable to do that. One of the seldom seen Jaya players. I'm going past turn. We opt. If we don't have a turn 2 play, we can go ahead and just play the Steam Vents tapped. If we do get like a Shimmer or something, then we can play our Mountain and Shimmer. Red of some sort, but we don't know exactly what kind. Clippy Toppy, so we do have white now, so that's helpful. And just going to go ahead and play this tapped. So we're pretty much good now on colors. And we just want to, you know, play out well. Red, blue. I assume this is going to be Counterburn or something similar. That's my assumption anyway. Do I want this? No. I have four mana, so I'd rather build up to that is also the case. I'd rather build up to something like Chemister's Insight. So this is helpful. And Blink of an Eye is helpful, so if they try to put something down that is threatening, like I would probably blink an Electromancer. You know, if they try and do something like that, Gutter Snipe even, just to take them off of their tempo, I think would be worth it. So looking at my graveyard. Oh, they might be thinking I have counterspells as well. Because what's really nice about this deck is that often when you're playing, it does appear like you're just another Jeskai control deck. So your opponents will play around things like counterspells even though you don't have them. So here I'm fairly certain I do just want to blink this. Although I guess what I could do instead... Shut up. What I could do instead is play the Mountain, hold on their upkeep before they draw, blink their Gutter Snipe. The problem is I don't want them to have counter magic into it. So yeah, I would rather just Blink of an Eye this for no value because it guarantees me essentially to get that through. Pass turn here. So now they do have to invest that mana again into playing the Gutter Snipe. Gutter Snipe. And they didn't auto-tap, so they did lose that on blue, so I don't have to worry about any spell pierces or things like that. So let's go ahead and Chemisters, see what we get. We would like a Smothering Tithe or a Primal Amulet. Primal Amulet. Ooh, between the two, which one do I want out faster? That is a great question. I think because we have emergency powers in hand, like, even though we'd be able to, like, Primal Amulet into Revitalize, I think I value getting Smothering Tithe under this this potential counter spells that I assume my opponents have. With it, it also taxes their mana unless they give me more mana, right? So I think this is the correct decision. Yeah, I think this is the correct decision, even though Primal Amulet into Revitalize is a decent decision. Shut up, cards. So if we draw land, we could just straight up go into emergency powers. I just don't think it's wise. You're gonna go and attack me. That's totally fine with me. And I do assume that my opponent is gonna be on some form of counters here. They could be on, like, pure burn and just have been waiting to do anything. That's very possible. Maybe we'll get a skewer here. Murmuring Mystic. Interesting. So this is just Izzet Spells, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm not, because of that being on the field, I would rather just save it because I would rather emergency powers. Now, I definitely could just cast Cleansing over here and be fine, but greed. Gonna go ahead and draw some stuff. Gonna go ahead and put a 1,000-year storm out. This music is epic right now. Holy shit. Get a bunch of these. Primal Amulet. Cleansing Nova will cost 4. Damn. So I wouldn't be able to Primal Amulet into Cleansing Nova. I do think I want to just Nova them, though. Or, actually, can I just, like, flip my Primal Amulet now? Probably. I really want to do things while their shields are down. I think, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Because I am a madman. Shut the hell up. Alright, we're gonna go with an opt. Because we're gonna get, what, 2 of them? Yeah. Island, don't need. Revitalize, not bad. Steam Vents, we don't need. Sejanus? Let's see. I'll opt again. No, that was dumb. Cancel. I'll Revitalize because it gives me a ton of life, and it means I don't care as much about them having things. Okay, this is correct. We're gonna gain 9. So yeah, we're good here. Oh, I could do it again. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna draw a bunch. We get to discard whatever we need from our hands. And we should be good. Discard 4 cards. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I discard the Chemisters because I don't need all of them. Primal Amulet should be flipping relatively quickly. Even if they have counter spells, we have 2 board wipes. One of them, of course, doesn't deal with Murmuring Mystic, but that's fine. It would deal with the majority of the board I actually care about. And that would flip my Amulet. My Amulet could... I would cast Chemister's Insight with my Amulet, or with my Wellspring, I should say, to draw 4 cards. Dude, you are making awful mistakes. My opponent's getting a little greedy here. Like, I'm at 40. Stop pressuring. I don't know, maybe they have to be greedy in this situation. Yeah, hit me. Hit me! Come on! Don't say you're gonna hit me, just hit me! Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Listen, my friend. I don't know what that one does. Actually, I'm just gonna talk like this for the rest of the video. Yeah, it's just who I am now. And there's nothing that you or anyone else can say about it. Blow up the world. I did this instead of Cleansing Nova because I really just don't give a shit about these Murmuring Mystics right now. And I wanted to flip my Wellspring. I'm gonna pay, add some blue here. Do want to? Ah, shit! It did reduce the or did unreduce my stuff. That was. I don't really care. We're gonna get rid of this additional 1,000-Year Storm. Don't want to deck myself or anything like that. And my opponent, of course, is tapped out. So, well, dang! I just don't really give a damn. I'm Doug Dimmadam, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadam. I'm a little annoyed that I didn't draw another emergency powers. Not gonna lie. That said, what do I want to do? I have 3 mana here. 3 mana is not a lot. I guess I'm gonna Shimmer. Try and find the damn emergency powers. Smothering Tithe, I don't know. Heroic Incursions. I guess I'll just kill my... Now you give me the emergency powers. Yeah, I'll just pass. I'll just discard 6 cards. Who cares? Alright, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this or this. I don't need the 3rd Smothering Tithe. Opt. I mean, we're at 34, right? We should be totally fine. And that's one of the things I really like about Revitalize, is that even if you're only able to string together a couple, like even if we just had used Primal Wellspring and like we didn't have 1,000-Year Storm, just gaining 6 life is very helpful in a lot of cases. Finally, the music is like rocking, man. And the beat keeps bumping, and oh wait, and the beat keeps running, and running, and in this context, don't get. So when we bust a rhyme, you break your neck. Dude, I didn't listen to Get Retarded in forever, and that's the real name of the song. Oh my god, there are so many ways I can win here. Fudge. I don't know. Emergency powers. Who cares? This one's more fun. Okay. And I did not do it with this on purpose. Shit. Yeah, I forgot about the whole opponent probably has a counterspell dealio. That's a big oops on my part. Oh my god, Jadario. Stop it, Ron. Stop. It's Leviosa. Opponent, please. Am I still connected to the internet? Yes. Yes, I am. Thank you. Lightning strike my face. That's not a lot of value. I guess they... Yeah, sure. Yeah, resolve. I don't give a damn. Does Smothering Storm count my opponents? Oh, no, it's just me. Okay. Thank you very much. And... Smothering Tithe, thank you. And Treasure. So now we're going to go and play this. We're going to go and pay for an opt here. I'm going to get a couple of these. Don't need that, thank you. Don't need that, thank you. Revitalize. Let's see, we're 7. That'd be 1. I wouldn't have enough mana for that, would I? You know what? I think I'm going to just play Revitalize and try to get another emergency powers. Because I'm going to have, what, 3 of them? Give me another power! I hate you. Damn it, we can't cast it with Shimmer. You know what, that's fine. Like, we're still not... The thing is, we're not under enough pressure for me to give a damn. Sure, dude. Sure, dude. Dude, sure. Okay, we can kill our opponent, I'm pretty sure. So let's see, we have 6 total mana. One of them, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to, I can only use 1 mana here? What the fuck, seriously? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can use 2, you stupid dum-dum. Yes, I just called myself a dumb. Stop doing that. Alright, we're going to go ahead and Revitalize. Opponent, thank you very much for sticking with me here. I'm going to do one of these. Going to pick red. Gonna cast reinforcements. Do some white, and then I'm just gonna do one of these. All right, so this is gonna be fun. Are you ready? I can't hear you. Oh! Yes. Yes. I got him to negative 27. Oh god, I'm laughing like my mom does. My mom does. Oh my god, that's how my mom laughed. Oh, I'm so satisfied with that. I'm so. I need to turn that sound down. I am so very happy that I was able to showcase the deck winning. Oh man. Oh goodness me. Oh. That legit brought a tear to my eye. Oh. When the memes work, it's just so satisfying. Being able to play your jank nonsense and actually get it to go off. And we had a great sport as an opponent. You know, they could have not let us attack or something like that. But, you know, they played it out. And I really appreciate that. We're going second. We do have Blink of an Eye. The double Thousand Year Storm kind of sucks. And Shock we usually don't want to play early, but we can if we have to. Because, you know, we have emergency powers to cycle things back in. So I do think this is keepable. It's just, you know, it needs some pieces. And particularly it needs draw and Smothering Tithe. Against green, I'm definitely going to shock the bird. You never don't shock the bird. Luckily we did get Karn here. So even if we don't get, you know, those other real draw pieces, we do have the potential for Karn. Oh, it's a green-white. Oh, it's Saplings. I didn't expect that. Do I just bounce this for tempo? I feel like the answer to that question is yes. Interesting. So, you know, Cleansing Nova, Deafening Clarion, both good options here. So Unearth tapped. Karn's not going to be long for this world. In fact, he dies on board. Opponent is pretty much out of mana, though. So that's interesting. So I guess I don't Karn here. Good Primal Amulet. But I think the correct answer is just try and draw into Nova and or Clarion. Yeah, so I think we just pass the turn. I think going greedy on Primal Amulet against a deck that is trying to beat you down is incorrect. I think you really just want to dig towards your actual cards. But luckily it looks like they don't have any buffs right now. So just 6, you know, it's fine. I do assume that, yep, they're going to have this. That's fine. So I do pretty much need to draw some combination of Clarion and stuff. Okay, Revitalize is helpful. I'm going to Revitalize now, and I have to use my white, which sucks. So am I dead? 3, 6, 9. Yes, I'm incredibly dead. Damn. Yeah, I needed exactly, like, more removal. I didn't get it. So there, technically, it would have been better for me not to have bolted the Llanowar Elf, but I suspected it was Mono Green Stompy. I didn't want them to go, like, Llanowar Elf into Steel Leaf Champion, right? Like, I think that would have been harder for me to deal with. But if I had instead actually just killed the Spore Crown Thalid, then I would have been in a better position. We're going second. We do have Clarion, which is nice. We have Shimmer, which is why I will keep this hand. Having double up on Primal Amulet is not great. But, you know, neither side is legendary, so it's fine. Our opponent did mulligan. A lot of these black sleeves, which is you know, fine, because this is a free cosmetic, right? Or is it part of the bundle thing? Look, I don't remember. Okay, it's relatively easy to get. Okay, opponent mulled the 6. Okay, that's helpful as well. Gonna play this. Unless we draw a land, we're definitely gonna play Shimmer next turn for a land. Okay, Boros. Yep, actual straight up Boros. Didn't draw land, so we are going to just Shimmer here. Let's see. Red. I don't think I have a reason to get not the planes here. So I have the planes, so next turn I can play planes, Revitalize, or Clarion, you know, if my opponent plays something here that I don't like. Actually, I want them to play another thing. Like, I'm totally fine with a 2-for-1. And just a 2-for-1, as it were. Oh, darn, they didn't find anything. So, you know, that is unfortunate, but we do have Revitalize. Are they going to burn me end of turn? Is this a Boros burn deck? Nope. Just didn't commit any more to the board, which is fine with me. I'm actually going to move these over because I like things looking tidy. Tajic. Shit. Well, he makes my Deafening Clarion not great. Oh, and he mentors that guy. Crap. Well, this is bad. I mean, I can Clarion Tajic. So I guess I do. I mean, that's just a 1-for-1, but I don't really want to be taking a ton of damage. Especially considering, like, if he plays a land next turn, he doesn't have to add any more to the board, and he just gets out of control. So I think that was correct. I don't love it, but I think it was correct. The thing, though, is my opponent can just play a land and attack with Boros Challenger and pump it. Shut up. I would love another land here. You're playing Revival? Bruh! That music cue was awesome! Well, that is a land. I did ask for a land. So once again, I'm gonna go ahead and... Clarion only kills this! You bastard. Yo, this music's banging. Crap, we're probably just dead here. Damn, Tajic. Tajic, why do you do what you do? Shut up, I know. I'm taking 8 damage minimum next turn. I have to do this. Because I take 8 damage minimum based on these. And if my opponent just decides to play out like gets a land and pumps Boros Challenger, then I take 9. Because this one would mentor this, and then this would mentor this. Or it would mentor Tajic or something. But that would be 9 damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, am I dumb? Can I not do math? 3, 6. I'm not gonna think that. I'm 3. There's a pump on there. What the fuck am I talking about? It's fine. Okay. I'm dead. I think we played against a bad deck. I shouldn't say bad. We played against a strange deck. But it doesn't matter. When you play combo decks, the joy shouldn't be from... let me rephrase. When you play certain combo decks in certain formats, like Cough Cough Standard, the goal shouldn't necessarily be to just win. It should be to have a fun time with the stupid deck you're playing. And that second game, I absolutely did, and that's all that matters to me. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the sideboard here. And we'll jump back to this because it, in my opinion, is better. Sideboard. So, in the sideboard, as you could see, we did have a little bit of a problem with creatures. You know, having 4 toughness a little annoying to bridge that gap up to, not to bridge the gap from Clarion to Cleansing Nova. So, adding 2 Lava Coils would be very beneficial, especially since it does deal with things permanently, such as the Gutter Bones and Rekilling Phoenix is the main one I was thinking of, and I never remember things' names. But yeah, Lava Coil is very helpful. Additional Lightning Strike you would also bring in against these decks where you just need more early game removal, but it also doubles up as an additional way to end the game if you do still get the combo off. Force Spyglasses, because screw Planeswalkers. I actually think that after playing a bit, and seeing that my difficulties really do lie more with the aggressive decks, I would probably cut this to like 2, and run either you know, even more Clarions, or frankly, just more Shocks and Lava Coils and Lightning Strikes. Just having early game answers to some of those annoying creatures, I think, is more important than having the Spyglass. So I'm actually just going to do that now, so that when this uploads, you'll see that. 3 Absorbs. Absorbs are helpful against aggro and control. So, you know, it's not as good against mid-range, but if you're going up against an aggro deck that isn't like mono 1-drops, like not the mono white deck, but does have a little bit of a curve, you know, topping out about 4, maybe 5, then Absorb is fantastic to get rid of one of their things and gain some life. But against control, it's very nice to be able to absorb if you're going first, like a Thought Erasure or something to protect your hand, or just counter one of their counters when you're trying to go off, right? Deafening Clarion, sometimes you need even more Deafening Clarions. Then we have a little bit more of a control package. We have 1 Teferi, because if control is going to be annoying, we're going to be annoying too. 2 Niv Mizzets, because I do think that Niv Mizzet is better than Teferi in this deck because of the number of spells that we cast that we also draw cards with, right? So just having this card be very annoying for our control opponents to deal with is why we have it. And then an additional Immortal Sun, because Planeswalkers can go away. Yeah. I really did enjoy this this game, even though I only won one of them on screen and one off screen. We won off screen against a Sultai control deck. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be like talking about my off screen gameplay, because they don't technically matter. I'm going to try and focus more on the current gameplay. Anyway, I've talked too much, but first, before I go to the end card, I just want to show everyone again, because I love it so dang much. It's so good. I love it. I love it. Anyway, yeah. I would like to thank, of course, my lovely patrons, especially Salamander Croft, and there's a new max tier patron. I'm just waiting for them to give me what they want their name to be on the end card. But Salamander and Croft have been joined by a new patron. The max slot is capped out at 5, so if you want to be in that max slot where I shout you out, you gotta hurry up. If you would like to join them, for real though, in supporting the channel, you can find links to that down in the description below. And it really does support the channel. Like, my Google AdSense has been like actual trash recently. I've pretty much not been making much money from YouTube. So yeah, if you want to support the channel, because as I said, the majority of this stuff does go directly back into the channel. You find the links to that in the description below, as well as you could just, if you don't want to deal with Patreon, you could just hit that that join button next to the subscribe button, I think, and you will essentially be treated like a $5 patron. Yeah. Oh, crap, you should also join the Discord. The Discord is super fun, and the music right now is getting a little loud. Join the Discord, you know, we chat, we play games with each other, and sometimes I just ask people for help on making decks, and if I do, like I did last time, I'll, you know, give a little shout. Yeah, that is it. I do hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, go and tap one of them like buttons, add one of them subscriptions to your mana pool, cast one of them comments in the comment section down below, and pass the turn and the vid to some of your friends. And until next time, all will be ASMR. That's my beard. My beard just rubbing on my pop filter. Oh, I'm sorry for laughing in your ear. Bye now.